We got it always on time. Let's get some sunshine on it, shall we? Shall we? There it is. There it is. There it is. That's your boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the Moses, Mark Saint, and every morning I get up and I'm blessed to live my life. I'm out here in the jungles. They're doing construction. They're getting their boom baby boom on. I wake up this morning and my table's gone. I'm looking over here and like got bamboo shoots going over here. Got canceled deals going on over here. I'm waking up to people being rude and not helping out. And I was thinking, that's that high maintenance lifestyle. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Motivation. I'll get my high on as the construction goes on somewhere in the middle of my backyard. And we just burned everything here yesterday. Now we got more high maintenance activity. And I just thought to myself, man, there are some people that just ratchet up the anxiety. There are some people that are just no help in this world. I know you know who I'm talking about. They're people that no matter what happens in their life, they find a way to stress the fuck out or make things worse. And I was just like, you know what? I am done with high maintenance activities. I am done with people that can't get shit done or slowed down by the minimum or have to do the most to get them to do anything at all. I was like, this is what high maintenance looks like. And I'm a I started to realize this morning that I've lived off of minimums for a long time. I think I'm just too used to prison, or maybe I just let go of the trappings of life. Shout out to Bob Marley Rap, Smoke and Review. And they are trappings, the things that keep us, these high-rise houses. Lord knows what you got to do to live there. You know what I mean? Do I have to do OnlyFans and stick dildos up my ass so I can pay the 10 grand a month to live in Miami? Price for the prize. Or the fact that every time I'm doing something with people, I always make it an excuse to be extra melodramatic, or extra for extra attention, extra time to wait for me. There's plenty of people out there in the real world that do these things. They do this shit like bang all morning long on some wood, even though it's supposed to be finished, and they've been doing it since this morning. You're high maintenance. You literally can't. You're a. They're gonna pull up. Bye. For those who want to see, there's like get all sorts of people where we get going on. Say good morning, morning. People pulling up, making construction. Yeah, my guys, and yeah, and then they're in my backyard doing during my live. And this is what I'm talking about. This high maintenance activity. I get on with my friends, and they come up with excuse after excuse of why they can't do something. And what was very high maintenance about the email was that it was so slanted, right? It had a little bit of curt into it. They had a little bit of cut into it. Instead of just keeping it professional, they kept it mouthy. And then I was just realizing that that's how some people are. Some people will just ratchet up the anxiety. They'll mention everything that's wrong. They'll take personal digs. They'll make little side comments. And you're just like, wait a minute, that's not professional. That has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing. Yet you want to go ahead, slide it on in and make a little comment and be a little bit of a bitch about shit and be like, well, you had 4 days for this payment to clear, and we don't smoke weed, so we don't even care. And we don't care if your client smokes weed. We don't care if you smoke weed. We just want our money by 5 p.m. You're not one of our regular customers, so she had to throw that in. And even though I've been in the DMs and been working on this for 2 weeks straight, just like these guys with the construction, she couldn't wait to add in her bad attitude. Now, mind you, this is someone I stopped talking to years ago because she has a bad attitude. There's some people that all they maintain is their bad attitude. It's a high level of maintenance because they have to put on a dick face with a dick problem and be dicks to people. And some people get off on that. Some people get off on being abusive to people. Some people actually feel like they're powerful and can't wait to say, well, you should be accountable. And I point the finger at you, but I'm never accountable. I never had to once have to explain my emails again, or I've never been wrong once in my life. I just like to crucify people and put them over the fire and the coals and make sure that they burn. A lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like that. Like this place. It's a lot of high maintenance shit. Here's the guys. They're going in here, checking out the bathrooms, and fixing everything. We got construction going on. This whole fucking thing is just bled into a thing. And it was just like, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to bang on shit all day. You could do it during the weekdays, or when people aren't up at 8:30 in the morning, or you know what I'm saying, or while people are sleeping. You can work around the schedule. But there's always going to be someone that thinks that they're special. I do it sometimes too. I'm guilty too, where I'm like, oh, I get a special shake, or I get a special price, or I'm used to being special. And then there's people that will just treat you regular schmegular, and you don't get any special attention whatsoever. And then you'll feel like, hey, what happened to my ego? I thought I was getting stroked. I thought you loved me. I thought you wanted to be a part of my delusion, and sniff up my ass all day and tell me I'm awesome, instead of pulling a Marcus Aurelius and you're just a man, you're just a man, you're just a man. And that's all it is, dude. We're all humans in demand. We demand things to be on time. We demand people's attention. We demand fucking what is this called? A mosquito net, and some bedding. We demand things of people, but we tend to fall short when it's a demand for ourselves. And that's something that I high key alert learned about myself. Was, it was like, if it was in such demand, right? Where is my energy to it? If it's my demand, I have to be willing to put up some of my own energy to get what I want out of it. A lot of people are demanding things from other people, like a rushed payment, or stressing them out because they can't buy more time. Like, none of us can buy time. None of us can sit on the London tube and say, hey, I want the train to come faster. No, we all have to wait and be patient, and realize that we're just humans, and this show isn't running for just us, right? The train, mass transportation, is running for us all. But you'll have people that'll have it up in their head, like, the train's got to arrive on time because I'm headed to my wedding, and we'll get entitled. We'll get stuck up. We'll have some people bitching, like the high maintenance people at El Barrio last night. We went and ate Mexican food. We spent about 60, 70 US dollars, 2,500 baht on some really good food, but really shitty service. Like, they were curt. They were saying things like, oh, I didn't see the message, so unfortunately you do not get the seat. You can sit at the butter, but you cannot eat. And I was like, how is that a flex? Like, all we want is some nachos and ceviche. We're really hungry. We just want something in our mouth. We've been looking for this for a whole month. I contacted you guys ahead of time to get a reservation. Instead, said, I'm sorry, I didn't see that message. He said, well, unfortunately I did not see, and this does not count. And it was like, no apology, no qualms about it. They were just being stuck up and kind of curt about their service. And my girl noticed it, Linda. She was on some, I know customer service, and this isn't right. There's a way to treat customers. There's a way to have hospitality and make the person feel important. And then there's one things where you just make yourself feel important, like, I'm canceling your job, and I didn't do my job as far as like printing the stickers and installing them. Instead, I spent all my time bitching you out through email, trying to stress you out. Instead of being your friend and helpful, you now created a situation for me where I gotta go get an install done by tomorrow morning and find somebody to print it and install it because they canceled last minute. So it's one of those where I'm looking at the amount of energy someone's required, like, how much energy does it really take to get people to fucking move themselves, right? To actually get people to follow through with some things. Let me get my water here. And get this show on the road. And then you'll know how high maintenance you are. If it takes like a buttload of energy, if it takes you getting on a matching outfit and two Chilean coffees and brand new Prada sunglasses to get you to go jog in the morning, you are high maintenance, right? If you always have to be explained something 3 4 different times, and it doesn't matter what language it's in, you just feel like someone owes you an explanation, you are high maintenance. And if you have a lot of requirements for, like, it's never enough, give me a mosquito net, give me my own toothbrush, give me my own bed sheets, it's like, you also are high maintenance. And what really dawned on me in my head is, I was like, maybe I'm low maintenance. Maybe I'm too minimalist. And what really started hitting my head is, maybe I've been used to jail too long. Like I'm a little too adapted to having nothing, like my own plastic toothbrush and a little piece of bar of soap and have to drink water next to a toilet. Your minimums come down really low when you're in jail or prison. It's not funny. It's not cool. I don't think any human should be treated that way, nor animal, plant, or dog. But that being said, no but. That being said, it's happening. People are in there. They really are suffering, and they really are not getting the right food, and they're getting dog food, quality food in prison, and you really do get constipated, and you really do get hepatitis, and you really do. And they'll be like, well, you shouldn't have done the crime, and I'm like, not register my car. Like I didn't do a crime. When I was explaining it to my friend last night, they expected me to have my ass hanging out of the jail cell, and they're like, America's so fucked up. Just take your freedom at any moment because I live in that country and my car doesn't want to be registered every year for $600 a month or a year. You're just trying to highway rob people, and if they're too poor, they go to jail. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. High maintenance, keep smacking that, keep hitting that same spot, that same piece of wood with that same rhythm all day, every day. It doesn't matter because people aren't going to participate. If you're too high maintenance, if you're too loud, if you're too boisterous, people are gonna stay away from you. And they do it with me. Like you're too much. All right, let's bless up. You're too much. Start ignoring me. We don't want to be around my energy. Don't want to finish the conversation. Want to change the subject. There's a lot of us like that. Where we tap out mentally and we go, what are the requirements to get me to be me? What are the requirements I have in life? Are you gonna do? I have to be a 5-star places all my life? If it's because I have that attitude where it's like I'll do whatever it takes, I'll let whatever dude bang me in my ass, I'll let him treat me whatever which way he want as long as I get to keep this lifestyle. Some chicks will go ahead, cheat on me. I just need this lifestyle. I just need this Range Rover. I just need that Park Ave address, and it will be set. A lot of people need some things. It's the life that we live, bro. It's the life that we live that we feel like we need more than what's provided. And what my friend reminded me, who's been 26 years sober, and I told him, hey, man, this isn't working out with the champs thing. I'm got an issue with it. He's like, at least we got the breath in our lungs. At least we're alive. At least we got people that love us. That's low maintenance. That's appreciation. That's gratitude. If you have that in your heart, right, and you're not just hammering away because you want to be heard, right, and you just go, I don't need that much in my life. And then my requirements get more simpler. I really do feel nicer inside because I don't require that much. I don't need that much. I don't require that much. My life is pretty simple, and I'm very grateful. That's what I have in my head. I have that in my head, where in my heart that I wasn't going to get stressed out last night. I knew they were trying to rile me up and create a problem instead of a solution. I knew people that overreact, especially to the simplest and smallest things, and I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to be that guy that just pissed off and angry and things are all bad and I don't know what's going to happen. No, no, I'm going to be the guy that gets some realization and some perspective and say, I don't need that much. I need the deal to go through so I can get a touchdown so I can stay in business. I need that money so I can go save my websites. I can ratchet myself up and go, oh, I'm stressed out, and go, nah, man, I'm not going to lose my health for my wealth. I'm not going to get myself all pissed off and get my heart rate up and die of an early heart attack to rush for someone that wasn't rushing for their payment, or rush for some people that are only going to tell me to fuck off, or rush for a girl that's only going to walk off. I'm over it, bro. I'm over the high maintenance activities. I'm over the people trying to affect my peace, affect my, I just cleaned and these guys are just putting shit right in the area where I just cleaned. I just burned. There's more shit to pile on the burn pile. It's just enough already. There's people that will ratchet you up. And there's weed that will calm you down. pH up, pH down. And that's what we got to do. We got to get our heart rates down. We got to get away from people that make us feel insecure or gossip or ignore us. And you're ignoring me, stay away from me. I don't need to see you. Some good weed. I don't need to be around you. You don't want to be around me. Fine. Let's go in separate directions. I'm okay with that. Me, myself, headed to the beach if y'all are around. Oh, how cool. Nick's up. Nick's up. I was going to call him. I got to call Mark too. And that's what it is. I'm looking for low maintenance friends. I'm looking for people that bring me joy in the simplest way, just by hanging out with me, just by talking with me, not buying me things. I'm very frugal. I didn't need much to live here. Then I got more, And now they have more. I love my sheets. I love my bed sheets. I love that the girls are comfortable in the bed. I love that my place is clean. And if it doesn't go up to your standards, maybe your standards are too high. You know, people have these high standards, but they're not willing to get themselves high accountability. They're not willing to say, "Oh yeah, you've been hanging out with me on the beach all day, and I appreciate you fucking paddling all the way in the middle of the bay so we can have a conversation and be together. But I won't be here for you if you don't have bed sheets. Okay? I can swim out into the bay, and you will leave me because of bed sheets. Fair enough. Payment didn't come, so you canceled my deal. Fair enough. And then it's like all these people, you're not doing me any favors. You're not helping me out. Why am I trying to meet your standard? I'm gonna go find somebody that's less maintenance, that'll answer his phone in his Hawaii trip in the middle of his dinner and talk to me. He's although in Hawaii, my regular install guy, and he can't install for me, so I'm desperately scrambling trying to find somebody to help a saint out and not be all up in my ear like Woody the Woodpecker over here and thank me because I'm paying them install money. You know what I mean? I'm paying you $622.50, and instead of earning that shit and working with me, you worked against me and made it complicated, and you slighted me. You fucking talk shit on me, and I'm like, how am I gonna spend money at your stupid little Mimo bar when you're talking shit on me? I don't want to be there. You don't want me to be there. Fine, we won't be there. And that's these people. They got these gossips. They got the rumors. They got nothing but flame in their mouth, and all they do is talk shit. And it's just like I like to work the shit, bro. I like to work my situations. I don't want to blame somebody else. I don't want somebody else up in my fucking ear. I don't want anybody to fuck with my peace or my health. If they're trying to raise my heart rate or get my cortisol levels up, they're not my friends. They're not trying to really be my friends. My real friends are trying to get me to go to the beach and relax. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. I'm about chilling and conversations and smoking weed. If you're about high maintenance activities and making people feel less than or requiring more than you're willing to give, then you're in an unbalanced relationship. Then it starts tilting, and then you're just like, wait a minute, I'm out of alignment. And that's been so cool of me to get my head back and the girl get off the island so I can go and get my thoughts back and go, wait a minute, you pushed on me, dog. Wait a minute, you pushed on me, and wait a minute, you got rude on me. You know, this other email, she got rude in the email, and I'm just like, you've been rude since the beginning. Cindy has been rude since the beginning, since I met her, and we haven't talked for years. She added me as a friend. It's like a friend of me, one of these people that ratchety old ladies that's all wrinkly, smoking cigarettes, and she kind of hates her life. So she, as soon as she comes in, she can't wait to be a smart aleck. She can't wait to demean people or demasculate men on a regular basis. That's your front secretary. That's how she's going to scare off business. And there are a lot of people like that. An entitled, stuck up little 24-year-old that's on her phone all day. You don't want her watching your till. You're interrupting my Snapchat. You can take your order later. You would lose all your customers. You would have no customers left. And that's what ends up happening. These people, they're going to lose customers. They're always going to fucking require too much. And then people are going to fucking start to notice, bro. They're going to start to key in, high key alert, that you are a lot of work. Me too included. I got some people that say you're too much work. You talk too much. You're too direct, and that kind of thing. Like, you know, you are too much type activities. I've heard that many a times, and it's like, okay, if I'm too much, then maybe I'm not enough for you, and maybe all I need is just what I need, and I'm okay with what I have. You know what I mean? I'm okay with my lifestyle, being blessed to go from beach to beach, chilling in the mornings, waking up when I want to wake up, not having a boss, not having somebody ratchet up the anxiety. And there's so much anxiety in Western culture where people can't wait for deadlines, they can't wait for heart attacks, they can't wait to overeat the beef and make too much noise. And this is like, they just don't mind. They don't mind being the sore thumb. They don't mind being the rotten apple. They don't mind ruining the pot for everyone else. And I just didn't want to be the guy that was a catalyst for bad behavior, right? I didn't want to be the guy that got other people to have stress or find a problem for every solution or just bitch and complain all the time. There are people that are addicted to complaining, and that's why I got rid of New Zealand, is because he couldn't stop complaining. And same with the other girls. Like, you know, I don't have a pillow at 3 a.m. Put some clothes under your head and go to bed. What are you going to do in South Korean prison where nobody's going to come and give you a bed? You're not going to get preferential treatment. You're not going to get preferential food. You're going to get treated like a dog, and you're going to get treated like everyone else. And welcome to the cattle prod. You're literally in a cage, and people are going to give you whatever they want to give you, and not faster or on demand. And then you feel what it's like to not have freedom. You feel what jail and prison's like when you don't get to choose your own food, right? You don't get to choose your own bedding. I was literally on a metal bed, bro. My hips were getting bruised on the daily trying to sleep at night, putting fucking tank tops over my eyes so I don't see the lights. They got bright fucking neon lights up in there too. So it's just another one of these things where it's not built to be comfortable. And I think people expect life to be comfortable, and it's only comfortable when you have the minimal. You know, when you don't have a boss, when you don't have bills, when you don't have groceries, you're going to be the guy that grows your own vegetables and lives far away from people, and enjoys a chiller life. And that's what we're talking about in this life, is to find a way where you can live in peace, live in the jungle, live guilt free or trip free or drama free, and live a life where your heart can have a rhythm and beat normally, instead of getting ratcheted up and storming out and being crazy. I don't need that kind of energy, man. I'm not trying to bring that kind of level of energy into my life. Keep that same energy over there, bro. I'm gonna be the guy that's over here where my friends chill, we smoke weed, we have decent conversations, everybody's trying to help each other, throwing money around or buying dinners, or just hugging them when they need them. You know, they don't require that much. My friends are so easy and chill. It's just like all I have to do is just be there, and that's all they require of me. They don't require me to go buy things. They don't require me to uh, 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 go to different countries. They don't require me to have my heart rate go irregular. And that's all I started to notice, is these guys were like, it's a deadline, and if we don't get somebody to walk in by 5 p.m. at this address, it's canceled. Then next email, job's canceled. We warned you. You had 4 days, and nothing in there was like, sorry, we couldn't pull it off, Mark. We really wanted to help you out, man. We got to have payment. You should have wish you had the payment earlier, instead of you should have had the payment earlier, and you had 4 days, and kind of count the anxiety and shift blame. So it's like, look, we told you 4 days ago, so we have no accountability to it. And I was just like, really? Because you took a long time to get me the quote back, and then I couldn't find your Venmo link, and then you're chaining them all through your iPad, so the email's all convoluted. And I told you these guys were solid. They could have paid you cash in hand and after completion, but you guys wouldn't want to go on the strength of my word, or get a new customer, or help out at all, because you have your requirements. You're going to be like, look, I need payment before I go in the process. And I'm like, look, the only way I can get you payment is to process a credit card, wait for it to get clear through my bank, which it still hasn't, and then I can slide it to you immediately. That's what I wanted to do. That's what could have happened as soon as the funds were transferred. I still don't have the transfers. I looked it up. It takes 2 to 15 business days for funds to transfer through Stripe. It's not me, it's them. But my other option was cash, and that wasn't enough for you. You were like, no, I need my cash in hand, and then I'll start. And I was just like, oh my god, bro, what do you have to do to get a customer? Would you let someone go off the island with your motorcycle and give them their passport if they paid you like 10,000 baht in deposit, and then you feel like you didn't lose your bike, and someone has to come back? They got their passport, they have to go get their extension, they need their passport and the bike, but the chick just didn't want to compromise. And I was just like seeing that about high maintenance people, that they can't wait to talk shit. They were talking shit about my mom here, mom and dad here. They're like, no, if you want to say that you live here and you're a responsible person and that you'll be back, don't use them as an example of reliability, because all they do is talk shit. And they were talking hella shit on my mom and dad here, and they were just like, those are not the cool people here. I'm like, all right. Say people everybody's like, don't work with, they're gonna fuck you, it's still your buddy. All right, bet. They're too much energy. Cool. Mom and dad are a little too much. I get it. Doesn't mean I have to jump into their drama. Doesn't mean I have to jump into their business. You see how they do business here. I got the guys putzing around right now looking at the different projects. It looks like they're going to build up the bungalows themselves. So it's almost high time, while they're chopping away, high time to get away from high maintenance and get over here to these other bungalows and build on something that I can guarantee that's me, instead of deal with someone that doesn't talk to me, or deal with someone that talks shit to me or walks away from me. I can't build with those people. Those people are always gonna fucking haul off. They're always going to take their ball and go home. They rather ruin the whole fucking game than to keep playing. And I wanted to be a team player. I wanted to be somebody that has solutions instead of problems. I call them challenges, not problems. I got other friends out there. I started calling and looking for solutions. So I want my touchdowns. I don't want to call my company and go, well, you didn't pay me fast enough and they canceled. That's it, dead in water. Now I called my buddy all the way in Hawaii. He's working. He's answering a work call while he's at dinner with his family in Hawaii, where he's from. Bro, that's service. That's fucking service. He couldn't help me, but he still answered the call, and he still was friendly. And that's what we're asking. Just be kind, bro. Have some kindness. Have some endurance. Have some fortitude. Don't be such a wet blanket. Don't be so useless. Don't be such a fucking what do they call lawn chair and just fold at every turn every time something gets hard. Get hard yourself. Instead of getting high and getting high, more and more high maintenance, how about you pull your own shit? How about you wear some of the same gym clothes and not put on your eyelashes, not put on full makeup or nails, or how about you roll around with your hair all messy and because we all go to the beach and none of us are going to be in perfect condition. Everybody's trying to keep makeup on and swim. It doesn't work that way, dude. Let go of the hair extensions. Let go of the fake eyelashes. Let go of the augmentations, man. None of us are perfect. All of our shit stinks. There's a lot more weirdos than there are perfect people, and there are no perfect people. So it's like it's high time we take the high stick out of our ass. Stop acting like ass. Start being nice. Stop being so requirements. Stop being so American. I remember the one chick going like, "This clothes aren't separated. You should really separate the clothes," trying to chew her out California style to a lady that doesn't even speak English. My aunt down here, my Thai aunt, she don't give a fuck. You're one of the many people that she does the laundry for. If you have such an issue with laundry, go somewhere else. Why are you gonna bitch me out if that's the case? Why add the little slight? Why stab people? Why talk shit? That's not a full apology. You know what I mean? You're still trying to stick to your sticking points and stick people in the ribs. You know when you're being mean. You know when you're adding jabs. You know when you're not being of no help. And that's what people do. People try to ratchet you up. This is happening, this happened, this happened. If I say it faster and ratchet it up and get your heart rate up, then the anxiety, even right now, my body doesn't even want to pretend to do that. It wants to stay in chill mode, it wants to stay in smoke mode and stay in solution mode versus these things that don't work and how I can't pass it and how I can't endure it. No, you're looking at the guy that endured 6 months of South Korean prison. I wrote the book Endure, and I have to endure things. I have to endure jail time. I have to endure alone time. I have to endure poverty sometimes and missing meals and all these other things. I just ate El Barrio and had a fucking dinner of my life. So sometimes I'm high on the horse too, but literally I'm just grateful for every meal that's in front of me because it's just like, usually you might not have no friends. Sometimes you might be eating alone or sometimes you not might be eating at all. So I just reflect on that. I have my life. I have the roof over my head. I have food in my stomach. I got good friends. I got a little bit of money in my pocket, and I got ambition. I got drive, and I got a dream. And that's what I stay so focus on. I got a dream. I focus on that. Anybody that doesn't want to work on the dream or work along with me or causes too much pain and suffering, they gotta go. And I'm just trying to live my life on the low. So it's just that, low key, high key. I'm just trying to be and be the best human that I can be without all the stressors from the backgrounds or people that aren't talking to me or people that are walking out on me. Go ahead, do you, boo boo. Keep that same energy. I'm gonna go be me, Willie steaming beaming. I'm gonna go actually create something. I'm glad I didn't pour any more money on this. It seems like they got their own project and own ambitions, and I don't know what the fuck's going on up here, but I got my own goals, and I'm gonna go water those flowers and make myself grow and keep myself in mental shape and physical shape and soul shape so that way I don't get myself all riled up when it's too high maintenance and too much drama and too much stress. And that's why I say be blessed, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of fear, the other side of excuses, and the other side of high maintenance, because that's what ends up happening. We ratchet ourselves up. We stress everybody out. We're going to miss the train. You're being antisocial. Mark, hurry the fuck up. Da, 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 da. Oh, but wait, we'll stop for some beers and cigarettes and chill out and have a couple sips. Got you. Got you. Okay. Well, you keep getting your addiction on. I'm gonna go get my grow on, and move past these residual outcomes and these bad behaviors, and I'm gonna go be a happy person that actually enjoys his life and takes it as it comes without any stress at all. And I don't wish the stress upon the people that are trying to even stress me. Peace.